not this time.
No, not Carmine. Bison or Brian.
Alrighty, we're gonna call Director Brian Knight to the stand.
Okay. Director Knight, come on out.
All right, so he's going to be testifying about all the subpoenas and the other bullshit and trying to tie all those things together, I think.
All right, please go ahead and swear in the witness.
Okay, raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? So help you, Han.
Absolutely.
The witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counselor, the floor is yours.
Alrighty, please state your name and rank for the record.
It's going to be Director Sergeant Trooper Brian Knight.
Alrighty, and do you hold any special positions within the Unified Police Department?
Yes, Director of the MCU.
Alrighty, and what does this entail from day to day?
The fuck is it relevant?
It mostly consists of fixing things beyond my responsibilities.
Because he's their expert witness.
More specifically, what is your field of expertise in that regard?
Major crimes.
Alrighty, Your Honor, we'd like to establish this witness as an expert witness in investigations.
The title already does that for him, Counselor. Please continue.
I just want to do it formally. Thank you, Your Honor. Alrighty, we'll get to those questions in a bit. Were you on duty on the 12th of July, 2023?
I was.
Alrighty, and were you involved in the incidents of the People's N? These are the bombings of the SDSO and MRPD.
I was.
Alrighty, were you at MRPD on this day?
Yes.
Okay, were you alerted to the bomb?
I was.
And how were you alerted to this bomb?
I received a phone call from Bundy, and he was describing to me a situation transpiring over here at SDSO where a bomb was being planted. And shortly thereafter, I'd say approximately 30 seconds, I walked out of the conference room, which is adjacent to the front lobby of Mission Row PD. I walked outside and just, walking around with the phone call. And that's when I began to hear a beeping. Beeping associated with the bombs that are typically found in Los Santos.
Have you heard this sort of beeping before?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you do when you heard this noise?
I immediately informed Bundy that there was a very likely a bomb at Mission Row PD, and I immediately began to clear the building to ensure that there would be no loss of life, loss of potential civilians, or even suspects that may be in custody.
Okay, and did you attempt to look for the bomb?
I did. I did this simultaneously to clearing for two reasons. Same objective, right? I have to look for it, and anyone that I run into, I move out. And I proceeded to clear every level.
Yeah, did you locate this bomb?
I did.
And where was it?
It was, there's a door leading to the roof of Mission Row PD, going up a kind of like a spiral staircase. Upon exiting the door to the roof, there was a bomb placed just a little bit in front of it.
Alrighty, and did you witness the explosion?
I did.
Alrighty, and what was the damage from this explosion?
The entire building collapsed, and it resulted in Bison, late Sam Baas, and Mr. K getting injured. In the case of Sam Baas, he ultimately succumbed to his wound.
Your Honor, can we ensure that the peanut gallery isn't going to be making silly comments during this? I don't know if you heard that from where you're at, because it was...
I didn't hear anything from where I'm at, but I'm going to go ahead and remind you.
I didn't hear anything
If
either.
I catch word of any outbursts...
Your Honor, we didn't hear anything either. She's just
$20,000.
simply making stuff up to paint the image.
I definitely heard it, Your Honor. He
Once
said,
again, Your
"Woo-hoo!"
Honor, sorry again for Bundy's disrespect towards the courtroom.
Okay.
I heard it too.
Bundy didn't
Yep, I
even
didn't
say
hear
anything,
nothing.
Ramee. Shut up. Let's keep going.
and put it out.
Alrighty.
They're off.
Alrighty, I want to move on to the people's S as in Sierra.
Bro, this is fucking
your
boring
statement
already,
in
bro.
this
Can we just go?
states that you had a phone call with Mr. K. Is that
What,
correct?
Meth run, did you?
That definitely didn't fix it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and in this report, you state that he wanted payback. Did you ever discover who he wanted this payback for?
Yes.
And who was that?
It was payback for the death of Sam Baas.
And
what?
did you ever discover his reasoning for wanting this?
At the time, at the immediate time of the phone call, following events that transpired afterwards, it began to hone in on Mr. Ramee Al-Rahman and Miguel El-Mary.
Oh, hold on. That's fucking leading, bro.
Okay, and did you
Murphy, you gonna
discover
object
any
or what's going on
instances
here?
of attacks of revenge
He's lying anyway.
pertaining to this case?
I did.
I literally attacked him and his fucking doctor friend.
I'm gonna start objecting.
Give me about a moment to chat with my co-counsel.
Murphy, you gonna object today or next year? What's going on?
Object to what?
That was fucking a leading question.
They're hanging themselves. It's fine.
She doesn't even know what to do. Gosh, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna say this out loud, and she's gonna get like flustered. Like she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's asking Bundy for help. What kind of prosecutor is this? Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
I don't know,
My
she's
apologies, Your Honor.
She's wearing a fucking hat in court, though. That's disrespectful.
What is it, illegal to speak the truth? Like, I'm confused.
Your Honor, quick question, Your Honor. I believe this is a prosecutor. Is she a police officer?
This is a prosecutor, Mr. Al-Rahman.
Okay, so why is she wearing a
She's
police
showing bias towards the
uniform?
SSB.
It's a, Your Honor, it's a hat
Part
honoring
of- it's part of the
individual who died
uniform.
in this court case.
Part of the uniform.
Mr. Al-Rahman,
No hats in the
defer
courtroom,
the
Al-Rahman.
charging
You watch
decisions
Suits,
on,
you know
you
better.
know, impersonation to the UPD.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Thank you so much,
appreciate your
Norm.
feedback.
Sorry about that. Once again, the disrespect is crazy.
It is, Ramee. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I've never seen hats in a courtroom before. I'm just saying, Crane. Crane.
Like Brian doesn't have anything fucking materially relevant to say.
Well,
They
Brian
have to,
said
they have to
that.
sub each other out. They subbed each other out.
You know, because Bones is always slurping the commissioners.
Yep.
All right. Since the bombing that occurred on July 12th, Director, did you conduct any interviews in relation to this matter?
I did.
Okay. Was
promoted.
Mr. Al-Rahman one of the individuals that you interviewed?
That is correct.
Do you recall the date that you interviewed him?
Not offhand.
Okay. How was the interview initiated?
Mr. Al-Rahman and myself exchanged email communication.
Okay.
We did?
Did you
Oh,
agree to meet
fuck.
somewhere?
Yes, we
We
agreed to
did.
meet over at the SDSO.
Okay. Did Mr. Al-Rahman voluntarily meet you at the SCSO?
That is correct.
Okay. Did you have lights and sirens on your car?
I had them, but they were not on.
Okay, perfect. Did you use your lethal firearm to bring him into custody?
I did not.
Did you use your less than
Yes, he did.
lethal equipment to bring him into custody?
I did not.
Okay. Where did the interview take place?
It took place at the FIB building.
Okay. To your knowledge, who is the current proprietor of that building?
Aegis.
Aegis. Okay. Is Aegis a police organization?
It is not. It is a civilian organization.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
All right. Perfect. Do police regularly conduct business, I guess we could call it, at the Aegis building?
They do not.
Okay. Were there any police officers wandering around in the halls on that particular day?
There were not. No.
Okay. To your knowledge, are there any processing facilities at the Aegis building?
Objection. What is the relevance to this line of question?
I can rebut that, Your
Okay,
Honor, if you
rebuttal.
need me to.
Because if it's just in response to that motion at the beginning, like he's already going to weigh it over. I don't know why you got to have a whole line of questioning about.
because these are the arguments we would have made in rebuttal to the motion, but we didn't really get to that point, so we're proving the voluntariness and willingness of that interview.
I
through
can
these
I can
questions.
cross-examine this easily, Murphy.
All right.
Final rebuttal from the defense.
No, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
Okay.
Senior Ranger Bundy, you have made your point to
Yeah,
me at this point in time about these facilities.
I was
I
going to
understand what
close
you're
on
getting
it,
at. No
Your
need to belabor it. I'll let it remain on the record, but you're at the end of the line here. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna let Odessa take over the reins then.
Alrighty, I want to talk about the interview itself, Director.
Sure.
At any point, did you talk about the relationship between the two defendants?
I believe so. I'd have to, reference the video. There was some conversation in regards to that.
Okay, and did you at any point discuss these aforementioned revenge attacks?
Yes.
Okay, and at any point did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his role in such attacks?
Oh, by the way, the judge already said he hasn't even looked at the
Yes.
interview, which is an hour and 10 minutes long, so you're
Okay.
definitely not getting a verdict
And
today.
did at any point did he
Wait, what
admit
is
to
he
being a
again?
victim in these attacks?
He hasn't even watched.
There
like,
was
the
a lot
interviews,
of
Judge.
things that Mr. Al-Rahman stated.
Okay, but did at any point did he admit to being a victim in these attacks?
I don't recall if he said so outrightly. That's something that would be need to be referenced in the tape.
Don't worry. Did Mr. Al-Rahman at any point admit to being at any of the 3 locations that were bombed during the
That's an
incidents in
objection.
question?
Okay.
Yeah, like, what are we doing
objection.
here?
The leading is getting to where I gotta object. So could we tone that down, Your Honor?
Rebuttal.
I can reword if that'll appease them.
Well, I mean that question is like compound as well and leading. So just
It is inherently leading in nature. If the council is willing to reword, I will go ahead and sustain. You can re-ask the question in a non-leading fashion, Counselor.
Yep. Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the incidents he's being charged with today?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the incidents he's being charged with today?
I did.
Your Honor, his objection. Never mind. Just forget it. Didn't she just ask him that?
Just something to say, Ramee?
Yeah, she.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just. Didn't she just ask him that question? And he said that he doesn't recall. It needs to be referenced in the tape.
No, with regards to the I don't recall, it was pertaining to the question of did any point did you admit to being a victim of those attacks? This is a new question asking if he questioned you in regards to the charges that you faced today. This is a new question.
Sounds good.
Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his whereabouts on the days of the attacks?
I did.
Okay. At
Don't lie to her.
Okay. Well.
why are you lying to her for? Did she freeze?
I don't have a
do you recall what the answer was to those whereabouts?
His story and narrative changed a couple times. I recall him stating at one point that he was he had placed himself in Sandy Shores by the SDSO, but he was inferring that he was not at the police station whatsoever. So I don't recall the.
That is not
exact,
what I said at
position
all,
he had
actually.
placed, but he was navigating away from the station.
Are they going to compare that to the actual interview?
Okay, and
Yeah, they will.
in the written statement following this interview in the People's S, there is mention of Beaver Bush Ranger Station. Do you recall this?
I do, yes.
Okay, and do you recall what Mr. Al-Rahman stated regarding the ranger station?
There was discussion about a RV vehicle that he claimed was his.
Okay, and did he at any point explain why the RV vehicle was brought up?
He tried to, but once again, he had many answers to it.
Not sure at all. This guy's
Okay,
fucking
do you
lying.
recall any of those answers?
Not offhand.
Your Honor, the people are happy to allow the director a
Thinking
chance
I
to
was
review the
targeting
evidence. 1 second, I'm having trouble hearing.
Objection, Your Honor. Each interrogation is like 2 hours long, Your Honor.
I think.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I
been
couldn't
like
hear the
a
defense. I
while
couldn't
to
hear
review this
anything for the last 30 seconds, Your Honor.
There was a general objection placed, Counselor, pertaining to the length of the evidence in question, and allowing him to review the interrogations would place an undue burden on the court as far as efficiency in proceeding this matter along.
Yeah, Your Honor, I reviewed the entire evidence today, so
And,
I mean,
Your
time
Honor-
to do that was before now.
Yes, we've had this. This has been on the docket for about 2 weeks now. If they're not prepared for their own case that they're trying to prosecute somebody with my life on the line, then we shouldn't have to sit here and watch and have them hold their hands and reviewing the cases and their evidence that they put through.
Sure,
Your
here's-
Honor,
go ahead.
go ahead. I was going to say it's very set precedent that witnesses are allowed to review the evidence that they're being questioned about.
He's also a prosecutor. He's not just a
So an
witness.
hour and
Sure.
15-minute video. We're gonna review that.
Okay. Is there a
To which there
particular
are-
is there a particular portion that you would like the witness to reference so that we're not stuck here for an hour and 15 minutes?
I'm not asking him to review the tape itself. I was trying to get to that point. There is written notes that Mr. Correction Director Brian has put in to this. I'm happy to allow him to review those notes.
Are those notes entered as an article of evidence? Is that the
Yep,
People's
the
S that you
People's
referred
S.
to?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So I will go ahead and allow the witness to
Or will you
refer
send
to
me
the
the
evidence that has
updated
been entered
evidence
under the
sheets,
People's
bud?
S. Counselor
Send
Braun
me
and
the
Mr.
updated
Rahman, he's
evidence
not
list.
reviewing an entire tape for reference. This should take just a quick moment.
Yes, Your Honor. Rosa, what do you need me to send you?
Updated evidence list, People's S.
Give me
that I
1
have is
second as I
different
pull
than
this.
that.
Oh my God, fucking Rosa, message me. I can't find you and all this shit. There, I think that's the.
I've got the
newest one.
People's S open right now. Case number 87423. Is that the correct one?
No. Oh, it's the People's Team. My apologies. For some reason, it's out of order on here, Your Honor.
That's probably why.
It'd be
I was
87557.
like, this is not it.
Perfect. I got it ready.
All right.
Could you repeat the question for me, please?
Oh, yeah, it was regarding the RC cars. Why did Mr. L. Rahman bring these RC cars up?
Also, these are Bundy's notes, not Brian's notes.
That it was a phase. Oh, I see. Oh, he picked up the RC car from the ranger station, and he stated he had heard about the bombings over at Beaver Bush, and he decided to, quote unquote, troll the cops.
And how would this trolling the cops and RC cars be linked?
Come on, loosen up, Miguel.
These were identified as driving around and making beeping sounds similar to that of the car bombs. Or sorry, the bombs that would were placed at the police departments.
Okay, and did Mr. L. Rahman ever indicate that he had knowledge regarding the bombings?
Yes, I mean, in his statement prior to this, he had heard about the bombings. His own words.
Okay. Alrighty then.
This is like pretty revelatory stuff here.
And who brought up the discussion of the incidents in question first?
It was in regards to the RC vehicles.
No, the incidents in question, the 3 bombings of the police stations.
He did.
Okay, and
I was
how did he
fucking
bring this
questioned
up?
on it. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
In jest, heard about what happened to Sam Bass, PD, those sort of statements.
Okay. At any point during this questioning, did Mr. Al-Rahman contradict himself?
Objection, Your
His
Honor.
answers were very much all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, objection.
Objection,
to
Your Honor.
Leading.
What's the objection?
Leading.
Objection to leading and speculation. You know.
And
among other
asked
things.
and answered. Oh, to be honest, too.
Yeah, that's
I can,
actually valid.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
Rebuttal on leading, just because it's got a yes or no answer doesn't mean it's leading. It's just closed. He can answer either way that he wants to. Speculation, it's not speculation. He witnessed it firsthand. He was the interviewer. Asked and answered. This hasn't been asked.
Yeah, I said earlier that he was contradicting himself, but that's also his opinion, not something he can speak to definitively. So it's speculation.
Okay. I'm going to address these one by one. Objection asked and answered is going to be overruled. This question itself was not directly asked. Further, there was an answer that was given to the effect of, it was on the question of, did he explain why it was brought up? The answer was he tried to, but once again, he had many different answers. I believe this question is a little bit more pointed and is speaking directly to the investigator's direct understanding of the interrogation. Objections are going to be overruled. I'll hear the answer.
I didn't know you were in the show.
No question.
Bro, you're in the show. I see you right here.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right
Also,
back.
you may re-ask or director. You can answer. If you recall the,
Yeah, I was
question.
waiting.
Yeah,
you
at
can
any
just
point
ask the
during
question again?
at any point during questioning, did Mr. Al-Rahman contradict himself?
Yes.
And how so?
His answers were, he'd say one thing and then he'd say something else when questioned on it.
Okay. At any point was Mr. Al-Rahman questioned if, or sorry, was any point? You stated prior that you questioned Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the charges accused and the incidents involved in the charges accused. Did at any point did you question him regarding if he had knowledge about the suspects?
Yes, specifically
chat.
in regards to Miguel.
It's time to kick this into high gear.
What was going on, transpiring between himself and Mr. K.
All right. Time to kick this into high gear.
In your the People's Tea here,
Where's Big
you
D when we
state
need him?
or you had written
I know.
here that I'm going to quote this. Ramee Al-Rahman states he's unsure who planted the bomb at Mission Row Police Department. Ramee Al-Rahman states he thinks C. Costello was in Mission Row Police Department as well.
Again,
Throughout this
Bundy wrote this, not
investigation,
mine.
was there a link between these involvements and Mr. Costello?
There was.
And what was that link?
Well, the Mr. Costello was being, well, summarize it, targeted and sort of blamed for a series of incidents in relation to when the Mission Row PD bombing was placed. There was inferences that he was behind it.
Okay, and did you ever learn where Mr. Costello was during those bombings?
He was in custody.
So based on that, would it have been possible for Mr. Costello to plant the bomb?
Impossible.
What flavor? Sour cream and onion.
Give me a moment before we ask the expert questions. I just want to ask Bundy here if he's got anything else.
Sure.
It's exciting stuff so far.
I'm gonna be honest though. Just because I brought up Carmine doesn't mean that I wasn't told about what happened.
Simplify a lot of these.
It doesn't
What
mean
was
anything.
a recording done of the interrogation of Ramee Raman?
Yes.
Who was responsible for the chain of custody on that? As in, who pressed play on the recorder?
I did.
Okay. Can you confirm that the copy submitted into evidence is identical to everything that transpired that hasn't been doctored?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Same questions, but for the Miguel Almirian interview. Who was responsible for the recording of the Miguel interview?
I know you hear this, Bundy. I know you hear this.
Okay. Can you confirm that the copy on the transcript is the same as the one you originally recorded?
That is correct.
I know you can hear me, Bundy.
Who's fucking
Hasn't been doctored or anything along those lines, has it, Director?
It has not.
Okay. You know, I wasn't going to ask these questions, but you know what? No, I'm still going to save it for closing. I'll defer to Odessa.
Okay.
Oh,
whoever's got the straw.
I got
Okay.
something.
Clowns
just
in
threw a
the
shoe.
Upstairs area. That's 2 clowns. Both of them get contempt. One of them is Chatterbox. I didn't see the other.
Woo! 200 months, baby.
Oh my God! The
200
judge
that's
just
200
got
months
whacked
for
with
you
a
too,
shoe.
Bon, I saw you that time.
This is intimidation.
Are you okay, Your Honor?
I'll be okay.
Your Honor,
You
I have
know.
reason to believe this was a stage attack on behalf of Bundy.
Oh no, the clowns hate me.
I have reason to believe that clowns are just being dumbasses, as it were, and yucking around. That said, they'll pay the price for doing so.
Is my crunching loud, bro?
Counselor, please continue.
Yeah, louder than mine.
Alrighty, I want to move on
I
to
got
some expert
kettle cooked,
questions
bro.
here. As you have established we have
Next time she
established you as
talks,
an expert in
Do it to her.
investigations. Did you pull cell phone records for Mr. O'Rahman?
I did.
Okay, did you pull cell phone records?
Hold on, guys, wait. Mr. K, is that you having a
Shit.
snack over there?
Fuck.
Oh no, not me, sir.
Jim, I heard him. Jim.
My client had a frog in his throat. He was just
Okay, please keep it
struggling
down.
to
The,
breathe for a
the
second.
microphones are on, so please keep it down.
Oh no, I'm chipabetic. I don't. eat
I'm gonna try to get close to her.
All right. Well, either way, whoever is, just keep it down. We don't want to hear you eat. Please continue.
Did you pull cell phone records for Mr. O'Rahman?
I did.
Okay, did you pull cell phone records for Mr. Almirian?
I did.
Alrighty. And what sort of information do you garner from these types of records?
Are you serious, Nick?
Text records.
Every
call
time she's talking, I'm
records,
doing it. She's
duration,
getting pissed.
GPS
Fucking
location.
that bag of chips.
Okay, and with these GPS locations,
Oh!
Your Honor.
Oh, is she okay, Your Honor? She keeps.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
See, I'm just worried about the health of the defendant over here. He seems like he's having some sort of stroke with the noises he's making.
I'm chill, Your Honor. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
Yeah, I don't know
Ramee,
what she's
keep it
talking
down.
about.
I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I understand, but if you need to speak to your counselor or something, step to the
Okay,
side.
we'll do. We'll do.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Rosa.
Alrighty. How accurate is the GPS locations for these records?
It's able to narrow down to like roughly a quarter of a typical Los Santos block.
Okay.
A third
And-
Jewish quarter.
Alrighty. And at any point, did you run these
Bro, we
GPS
should just start fucking
locations for the time
screaming
of the
into
bombing?
the mic.
I did.
Okay. And did we'll start with Mr. Al-Rahman. Did Mr. Al-Rahman any of his GPS locations?
You're gonna
come back
lose. You're gonna lose
to,
this court case, and I can't wait to beat you. Not
near
guilty. Not
the
guilty. Not
locations
guilty.
of
Not
bombing?
guilty. Not guilty.
Yes.
Alrighty.
This ain't
And
looking good,
which
bro.
one
Start
was
doing the
that?
mental tactics. Fire
All
away.
of them.
Alrighty. And did any of them come back for Mr. Al-Rahman? Or correction, Mr. Al-Mirian?
Yes.
I love you too.
Alrighty then. Bundy, I'm good on questions if you've got anything else.
Nope, no further questions.
Okay. We'll open the floor to cross-examination. Counselor Braun.
All right.
I'll go after. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Yeah, you go for it.
Go.
Come on, it's so hard.
I don't know what
Your
you're
Honor,
talking about,
while they,
Jessica.
While they
my co-counsel
confer-
has some questions.
All right, cross-examination. Here we
While
go.
they confer,
can I get a quick reminder on what the time and fine is for contempt tonight, Your Honor?
Yeah,
200
200
months,
months.
$20,000.
Yep.
Okay, I'm putting together a
Write that,
report.
Ramee.
I've got Bonbon and Chatterbox on there
Okay.
already.
What'd you say, Axel?
Fantastic.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Shit, fucking FBI cop. Sorry.
Ramee,
All right.
You
focus
can
on the
take court for
questions.
That was very rude.
Listen, if I die
Focus on the
tonight, I'm
questions,
dying
Ron.
tonight. You know what I mean? All right. So, Mr. Knight,
How you doing, Mr. Al-Rahman?
how you doing today, Director? You're doing
Looking
good? Now, Your
Is
Honor.
it a new season?
Yeah. On 8. I'm on 8 now. Now, Your Honor.
All right.
Just because I'm only bringing this up because you said it's gonna remain on the record. This is in questioning to Bundy's questioning of the interrogation. Okay, for the video.
I understand. I can put it together, sir.
Now you said that we met up, Brian. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that we went to the FIB building together, right?
Correct.
How did I get down to the FIB building?
In a vehicle?
Okay. Why don't you describe to me the process? We met up. Describe to me the process when we met at SDSO to when we got to the FIB building.
You arrived. We got in a vehicle.
I'm not sure what would be funny.
And we went to the FIB building.
Watch Brian's
Okay.
answer.
Now, Your Honor, I'd like to. I'll leave. I'll say it in my. Okay. And was I wearing anything on my head when I got to the FIB building? Was that? Did I know that we were going to the FIB building?
The location you did not know.
And why is that?
I don't think you've been there.
This motherfucker. Okay. Was I cuffed up when we went to the FIB building?
Sorry, I'm hearing a knocking sound.
Was-
Could you say again?
Was I detained?
Yeah, where's the... Go ahead, Mr. Al-Rahman.
Was I detained or cuffed when we were going to the FIB building?
You were placed in cuffs. Yes.
Why is that?
To make it look cool. It was part of the, the suits and Brian Knight thing. We're trying to make it dope.
Oh. So you're saying that it's really cool that you met up with somebody and you handcuffed them and took them to a facility. Correct?
But you wanted to go down to the clothing store too.
Okay, so you wanted to dress me up before you fucked me. Is that what you're saying?
But you asked me. You said, "Yeah, let's go down to the clothing store." I'm like,
Oh.
"All right."
Huh? Now, was I able to see us going to the FIB building?
That's a question for you.
Your Honor, he's answering. It's a yes or no question.
Actually,
right?
no. You, I don't believe you could.
Why is
That's
that?
We had a big spit guard that was that we utilized.
Why don't you describe to me the spit guard?
It is it's a vinyl cloth that covers spit from exiting Mr. Al-Rahman's mouth.
Stop talking about it, Robbie. It's scary.
And do you
He
know?
did the same to me.
Do you normally do this to all your people that you're interrogating?
The ones I like.
Okay. Now, let's fast forward throughout this cross-examination to you saying that I had knowledge of the bombing. Okay. Now, that you stated that correctly in your questioning again with Odessa, correct? Just now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if a building gets blown up in the city, one would likely hear about it, correct?
I'd have to speculate. It's possible.
Objection, speculation.
There you go. Your Honor, the witness should not be helping the prosecution of them doing a poor job on the objections, Your Honor.
You want me to object to you more, Ramee? All right, noted.
Do it.
Is that what you want?
Okay.
Yeah, I do want
Your
that.
Honor, you know that thing you told
Put
me
the
I'm not allowed
headband
to
on,
do
Bundy.
anymore? Am I good to do it, Your Honor?
Look,
Put the fucking
Ramee's
headband on.
asking for it at this point.
All right.
you know,
All right. All right. I just didn't want to get in trouble with the judiciary.
Control
Happy
Z,
to, Your
Control
Honor.
Z, take
I'm
it
not
back.
sitting here off.
Okay, we have Murphy Braun. All right. You know what, Your Honor?
That objection's sustained, by the way. You're asking if somebody would likely hear about something. It's not a definitive fact. Someone can answer yes or no.
Of course. Your Honor, I'm gonna retract my line of questioning here, and I'm gonna let Murphy Braun know.
All right.
I feel blue-balled, Your Honor, so I'm going to carry my objectioning over to Murphy.
Okay.
Within
You
reason,
killed that.
Counselor. Or
No, I didn't.
Because
Senior
no, you
Ranger.
did. They're trying to say that you
Sure.
didn't
Whatever.
need Miranda rights because you weren't
so
detained,
Brian Knight,
but
you're
you just
the
got him to admit that you were in
investigative expert
cuffs.
witness, yeah?
Yeah, true.
So it's all thrown out now.
Yeah.
Okay. So how substantial was your role in this investigation?
I played a part.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, you had mentioned Carmine Costello and, of course, the defendants. Had there been any other potential suspects in this investigation before settling on the accused?
Yes.
Who would they have been? Just for the record.
Well, these chips are actually really good.
Well, at the start of the investigation, it could have been anybody.
Okay, we're going a little too deep with that question, Director Knight. I just need to know who the persons of interest were before they were whittled down to the accused. Somewhere between everyone and just them, you know.
Well, I mean, there was. Oh, I mean, I can't give you a precise number.
Your
given-
Honor, given the stammering of the witness, I'm going to object on the grounds of vague and confusing and ask that we kind of narrow that one down a little bit, maybe.
I'm going to object to non-responsive witness. He knows what I'm asking, and he's dragging his feet.
Bro, my
Director
actual
Knight,
food
I'll-
gets
I'll
here
ask you
soon,
directly here
and I've been
from-
eating these chips.
Uh,
Oh my god,
were
it's already
there
here.
any- Were there any specific persons of interest that you outlined?
I'm not even hungry anymore, bro. I ate all these chips.
We were looking at Costello.
These are actually
we were looking
fire,
at
bro.
members of Tangaloa. We considered individuals from Sanguine, individuals from Gulag Gang. It's a very wide list of suspects, which were whittled down as further evidence came in.
I'll be right back. My food got here.
Okay. And what evidence in particular led you to believe that the accused were guilty of these crimes?
Your Honor, I want to object to scope, considering there was the original question.
I'm sorry, I was just uttering some laughter.
Okay.
Oh,
Your Honor, may I
Counselor-
finish my
Counselor-
original objection,
Yeah, what-
or
Trying to contain it.
What's the objection? And Murphy, please contain it.
we're going to go with scope, considering there was a question about Carmine, and yes, I understand that the defense opened up the scope here with questioning regarding the accused. However, at this point, it's gone much further than Carmine Costello and who else was accused. To opening up, asking questions regarding every single suspect involving in a murder investigation.
believe the inherent question here, however, Counselor.
But I
is,
get it, I got
he's
chicken
asking
kebab
what
butter.
evidence led you to believe that the two
I'll show you.
individuals in this courtroom were guilty?
Yeah.
I don't believe that the question itself is being asked about other individuals that may have just been named. I'll hear the answer to this question pertaining to the
That's
two
the
that are
last
sitting before
question I
me in
have
this
in that
courtroom.
line anyway, Your Honor.
Objection's going to be overruled, Counselor.
Actually, I will object to best evidence rule then.
Just white rice.
If Brian's already admitted that he was not, the lead. He said he had a part in it. There's gonna be better evidence that the defense can question and cross-examine.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
I guess we're just doing objections now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Your Honor, this is a case about two people being accused of murder. I'm asking what piece of evidence most
You gonna
made
let him do
him
that shit,
feel
Robin?
they were guilty, and he's an expert
Wait.
witness on investigations.
Just wait.
He's involved in this investigation, and they opened the scope wide open for this already. So,
I'm going to allow the
Your Honor,
witness to speak. I'm going to allow the
Okay.
witness to speak to his knowledge here, Counselor. He was established as an expert witness in investigations, and he has indicated through questioning that he played a part in the investigation. If he has a direct answer to what evidence in particular led him to believe that the accused were guilty, he can give that answer. If he's not certain, he can answer as such.
thank you, Your Honor.
There are probably, if offhand, maybe 8 pieces of evidence, 12 perhaps, that filtered out possibilities. But the most damning were the direction of Mr. K's statement seeking revenge, his intimacy that he of knowledge surrounding it.
I think it was when you were going crazy.
Of locations
Well, I was
that
going crazy trying to
Mr.
kill Brian.
Miguel Amarian and Raman Al Raman happened to be by probabilistically. The brazen acts that they just continued to do. I mean,
if you guys call me up
they
there
were
and
just
question me,
spewing
just
out
ask me,
evidence
who did I
throughout the city
target?
over the course
It'll
of
be a long
what
list.
was not even 48 hours.
Okay, and just to back up,
and one last
hang
thing.
on.
Sorry. I was still
Director Knight.
answering.
Well, you did kind of end. and
Oh,
then I
right.
started.
Murphy should ask
talking.
me if I ever gave a
Go ahead. Go ahead.
like
Oh yeah,
legitimate
and
statement.
a reference in regards.
I'm not sure
to
why Murphy didn't put
a
witnesses down on the
anonymous
docket.
911 call that was placed, in which during interview, he knew intimate knowledge
I
about
never
said.
even really
911.
targeted you, did I?
No.
So yeah, he knew the context of it.
Point of clarification for the court's purposes here, Director Knight. The question was
An
pertaining to the
interrogation that's
acu-
going to
you
get
believing
thrown
that
out,
the
so he
accused were
should
guilty.
not
When you say
use that.
he, who are you referring to specifically?
Sorry,
Well,
Ramee Al
listen,
Raman.
I tried to
Okay.
kill Brian and the
Okay.
therapist that he brought to me.
And
Talk to me about the
all right,
Baas
Director
shit.
Knight. Let's
I said they did it.
backtrack a little bit. You mentioned something about a statement from Mr. K. In the statement of claim, it states that that the defendant, Mr. Al Rahman, made a statement about Mr. K. Which is more accurate? Because I'm confused by that. Did
You
Ramee
should
make the
question him
statement, or
too.
did Mr.
Or you
K
already
make the
did?
statement
No, he just did it. Wait, what?
They
about
both-
revenge?
Mr. K.
I
made
don't know
the
anything about that
statements in
shit.
regards to revenge.
What statement?
Okay,
Tell me.
because it does say in the statement of claim that Mr. Ramee made that comment about Mr. K. If you read it
Yeah, I never
closely,
gave
so
any statement about you.
thanks for
Which one?
clearing that up. The statement of claim, where it states that Mr. K left intensive care and whatnot, says that the defendant made a statement about Mr. K seeking revenge.
He may as well have as well.
So
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, so both are true.
He said may as well, which means I didn't.
Yeah, may means that he may, Mr. Al Rahman may have as well. But when I made
right.
my reference just now, it was in regards.
If
to
you don't know,
Mr. K.
that's fine. If
Your Honor,
don't
could
know,
you not
that's
hear my
fine. I just-
objection before the question was answered?
No, I couldn't, Counselor.
Alrighty, well, it's been answered. So,
All right. But yeah, that's if you don't know, that's fine. I'll leave it at that. I don't have any further questions. Co-counsel, do
Murph,
you have anything?
what statement? I never gave a statement to Brian.
Murphy, how do you?
Ramee,
feel
do you have
gave
any
about-
further?
I never gave a statement.
Yeah,
saying
he
that.
just said that you gave a statement
Your Honor.
that
You should ask him
So
what
now
statement.
that he's
What was he
admitted
talking about?
that
Ask for
Ramee was in
redirect.
cuffs, how do you feel
there is
about
no
trying to
statement of
call
yours
it-
about
none, Your
that
Honor.
in evidence
Going with
whatsoever.
witness.
That's what I'm saying.
Director Knight, you can go ahead and step down at this time.
Awesome, thank you
Braun,
very
will
much.
you be marking the
Sidebar
witness for recall?
And all questions about that
Yes.
interrogation. Now that we've proven it was illegal.
You are marking him
Because
for
they're gonna
recall.
continue to ask about it to build a
Director,
scene.
you must remain.
All right, thank you.